Today we're going to do another meditation for complex PTSD, and I personally feel it's important that we continue to do these practices of mindfulness if we've experienced complex PTSD. The reason is, through cognitive therapy, we develop awareness of complex PTSD and trauma and the unfolding of our life from childhood onward. But then what do we do with this awareness? How does it ultimately resolve itself? How do the wounds ultimately heal once we have the understanding of complex PTSD? I have found that my wounds have ultimately been healed. Once I have the awareness, they've ultimately been healed through the beautiful practices of quiet time, of meditation, of skillful movement, and even during the seams of my aha moments of life, there's profound healing that takes place, an awakening that occurs, where it feels as if, aha, that part of my life is now done, and the resolution and the calming takes place. Done. Right? So we're going to take a meditation for complex PTSD, and the meditation will focus on our healing. All right, take a comfortable seat and make it an authentic seat. So often we're prone to groupthink. We think we have to be cross-legged, or we think we have to be in what would be called a Virasana hero pose with the knees bent. Take a comfortable seat and make it an authentic seat. So you can be sitting in a chair or on the floor. Make the spine nice and long, but again, authentically lengthen the spine. It's not wooden. So we're going to authentically lengthen the spine. We'll close the eyes and breathe and receive. So we begin by opening to the greater field of who we are. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're exploring our more peaceful nature, our more open nature. So we put on our adventuring boots, our hiking boots, and we open to a deepened experience of ourself. We're not disassociating and yearning for something other. Instead, with our eyes closed and with a breath even, we open to a deepened experience of who we are. The mind quiets. And we become lighter, more balanced in our being. Come to more balanced being. You can do this. There's no outside forces pulling you away right now. You have your adventurer's boots on, and you're embracing and welcoming your more balanced nature. Breathe and receive again. And allow any conflicting messages to drift away. There are conflicting messages in our world. Messages that we receive that are counterintuitive to spirit, to your deepened self. And around those messages, we sometimes develop a Teflon coating or hardened quality. Call out the messages in our world that bring us to conflict, and they're there, and come to your essence, your essential nature. And with every out-breath, you feel the physiology shift and calm. and you come to greater balance, greater and greater balance. And if you feel lighter, if you feel as if you're being carried, that's a good sign. Go with that experience. You're not disassociating, you're just exploring another part of who you are, a greater portion of who you are that's more balanced and more open, more empowered, yet more compassionate. And allow your mind to feel that greater landscape of who you are. Allow your mind to experience balance. And there's nothing stagnant here. This greater landscape of who you are is balanced, yet filled with a gentle upliftment. This great field that holds all of you, every experience you've ever had, every thought you've ever had, it's held within the greater portion of you. It's like all the thoughts you've ever had come home. All the hurts you've ever had. Come to a real home. The great abode of yourself. The great truth of yourself. And we soak any past hurts we've had. We soak them here. And they're infused with this balanced field. The edges start to lessen, the boundaries start to lessen. And there's an ease where our confusion from the past settles. Where the confusion from the past begins to soak. And you have room, you have space. At last, you have space and ease. Any past confusion or past hurt is loved, loved. We don't need to push it away or do anything with it. It's not a process of doing or grasping. It's a process of being and soaking. A process of bringing ease and healing to any confusion from the past. You're allowing the greater field of you, the great landscape, the balanced landscape of you, to meet and be in relationship with past fragmentation, past hurts or trauma, the greater field. Meets, holds, carries. Any past fragmentation. The hurts as they're authentically ready, as you are authentically ready, start to dissolve. You don't have to push anything or force anything. You don't have to push forgiveness or try too hard. You allow the process to unfold authentically. Breathe and receive. Keep soaking. You're inclusive. The mental field's open and the heart is warm. There's a warmth at the heart. This greater portion of you, this greater landscape of you, is known in many traditions by many terms, but we go beyond a buzzword or a phrase that has a charge. We rise beyond the dogma, and we embrace and own the greater portion of our nature, of our self. We're not searching outside for it. We're coming inside and embracing our more peaceful nature and bringing our more peaceful nature to all the hurts from the past. And we're bringing them together, we're joining them together in relationship, in healing relationship. We're weaving the parts of ourself together. Our greater nature carries and loves the fragmentation of the past, so be it. It's this relationship that's so important for us to embrace. We understand past traumas and we also embrace these great practices. We'll bring the hands together at the heart and sweetly bow the head. Your hands can also be resting on top of the thighs. Do what's most authentic for you. If your hands are at the heart, lift the heart to the hands. We're not unworthy. We're not bowing in. We're lifting the heart to the hands. Breathe and receive. Weaving all the parts of ourself together in wholeness today, healing the fragmented portions of ourself, bringing them with great love to our more peaceful nature. 3 cleansing breaths. Let your out breath be long and luxurious. Get the final portion of that out breath out and let the in breath naturally rise in. We're going to do this 3 times. The out breath, the dusty stuff at the end, it goes all the way out. The in-breath rises in, and one more time, final time, out breath, exhale completely, and then in-breath. Curl up the edges of your lips, so be it. I'm a whole being. I am myself, I'm authentic, I'm real, and I'm healed. So be it. We'll join together in the sound of Om. Hare Om.